What we have here is we actually have two Boley lathe setups.
We call them project boards. They're basically butcher blocks. And we buy two standard sizes and put them in stock.
This is the standard Boley lathe I was going to work on first. And check this beauty out. This really came together so nicely.
Well, hello and welcome back. This is Shop Adventures 44. I'm Lance.
And I'm Patrick.
And we've got one for you today. Gee, do we got one for you, huh?
Oh, we've really got a rare lathe for you to see.
Yeah.
And, okay, what it is, it's a rare Boley Watchmaker lathe. And in this part of the video, we're actually going to build two Watchmaker lathes, which are from Boley. And one's just your common setup that you see people use today and that you can find used on the market.
Yeah, and the factory made it, the way the factory made them.
Yeah, the way that you could buy from the factory. Okay, but then we have this really rare model. And what makes it rare is that it has a screw cutting attachment. But what makes this screw cutting attachment really rare is it's the type of, the method they use. What they refer to this method is chase screw cutting or thread chasing, and it was a method used in the early 1900s on a lot of the precision lathes for making very accurate threads. And there's some pros and cons, but one of the pros was the accuracy in making the threads. And it's a really unique attachment, and what makes it really unique is you don't see this on a small...
It is small.
Yeah, it's a small attachment on a small lathe, and you just don't see this method used in a watchmaker or even an instrument lathe. So that's what makes it really unique, and we've never seen another one like this out there. So it's extremely unique, and we're really excited to show you. Oh, and the reason why we're building both of them for you, because we do understand there's a lot of our viewers, they aren't familiar with the little watchmaker lathes. So we want to build just the common setup that you'll see out there. And then we want to build the one with the attachment so that you can see the comparison between the two.
Yeah, because it's a big difference between the two, and then you'll understand it clearly.
Exactly.
Along with this, though, we're not going to get to see it running, are we? Because we've got a little more work to do. We've got some idler pulleys to make. And
yeah, we're going to build, both of them will be built completely, but we won't be able to show you them in action per se.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
But you're going to come along while we do some things, like make some special gears and things, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to make two additional parts, right?
Yeah,
one part's going to be completing the project board.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be making some of the gears. Okay, unfortunately, some of the gears we found are missing. The good news is the master gears aren't missing. So we've got the master gears with the setup.
So we're gear cutters, so we'll just make some more gears.
Yeah.
We'll make the set and
we're going to show that process.
And we're going to make a new idler pulley because we can't buy one. So we're going to have to make an idler pulley or assembly. And that's going to be really nice. We'll bring you along with that too. And then the grand finale's coming. The thousands of meticulous little itty-bitty parts that the Boley factory made in that same year. Every single accessory for that lathe model is here. We have everything that we can imagine.
Yeah, some really unique attachment and accessories.
Some you wouldn't even think. I didn't even really know they existed.
Yeah, so we're really excited to show it.
I hope you'll like all that, but they're all meticulously reworked, so they're all ready to go. We just want to bring them over when it's ready to run so we can show some of those accessories of what they do. Yeah,
I should mention, we purchased this lathe about 15 years ago, and actually 10 years ago, we actually started the restoration of it. We broke it down into little parts, we broke it down completely, but then unfortunately we kept having to move, and it's been in parts for about 10 years.
We're lucky we didn't miss a part. Nothing's missing.
We didn't lose a part, so we're really fortunate. So
well, that's all good. That's great. Let's get out and let's take a look and see what exactly does Pat put together on this project board I made him.
Great, let's get started.
Bye. Uh-oh, we forgot something. We're back. We're not ready to go out in that shop and see that beautiful Boley just yet. There's a bunch of packages in front of us. How many are there, Mr. Engineer?
There are 6 packages. Well, 5, including an envelope.
Ooh.
So...
They're not opened.
No.
They've been here for like 18 months.
Up to 18 months.
Remember that comment we always make when we do that mail call? We always do that comment that we never open them unless we open them right as we're ready to go live.
That's true.
Wow.
And you know, it's been really difficult. You know, as anxious I've been wanting to open these, you know, we made a promise that we'll never open them without you guys.
It's been a bit of a battle.
Yeah.
A bit of a battle there. He has a weak spot for things like that and sugar. Okay.
But you know, the reason why we like to wait too, because we really appreciate it. We want to show our appreciation with everybody. And it's just it's a nice surprise too. Because you know, in most cases, we really don't know what people send us.
I have no idea, so we're as equally as surprised you. We hope it's not perishable.
Yeah, I hope not.
Otherwise, we're going to have a beautiful... Maybe there's a pear in this box. It's a petrified pear. So, anyway, we know, and you said, right, a lot of people don't like the mail calls, unboxings, I guess they call those too, and all those things people do.
So we're going to make it a separate video. It's going to be a mail call video, just where we open packages. Because we do know, like, we love to watch people opening packages, but we understand that there's some people that don't care for it.
Yeah, so those of you that don't care for it, that's fine. So what? It's okay. Yeah, right?
That's right.
Well, we're going to drag you along. Watch what I'm going to do. We've never done something else on this channel before, have we?
No.
We've never given away a gift.
No, I don't think so.
And this gift is American made in the USA.
Precision.
Very precision, small, and we'll ship it anywhere in the world for free to one lucky viewer. It's actually 2 items, but they're both made in America.
True.
One's very precision, one's very patriotic. Well, they're actually both patriotic, but I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, don't give it away.
No. So, we're just going to make it easy for everyone to do that on our next show.
Yeah.
And it'll be just a mail call show, and you have an equal chance to win it, and we'll send it anywhere in the world, and we hope you like it. And on a scale of 1 to 10, this product is probably a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Herman Schmidt and Suburban Tool being 10s. This is a 9.
Sure.
In our opinion. In our opinion.
Yeah, it's a quality thing.
And don't worry, we bought 2. He was never going to let me give you anything, okay, that he doesn't have already. I'm just going to tell you, I get over that about 40 years ago. So yeah, like Noah's Ark around here, there's 2 of them. Like them G Boleys. Okay, now can we get out and see what you built on that wonderful project board?
Sure, let's get started.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, we're here with Patrick to go over all the parts and components of the 2 assemblies.
Okay. Yeah, what we have here is we actually have 2 G Boley lathe setups. We have just your regular common lathe setup that you can purchase used today, and then we have the fancy lead screw version that we're all excited to see assembled. And so that's why when you look at these parts right here, okay, we've got 2 lathe beds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you in a moment. They look identical, but it's the bottom where one's really customized. Okay, we've got a couple of headstocks here, as you can see. We've got a couple of tailstocks.
Hey, I noticed there must be an age difference because look, there's 2 different types of obvious thing is those 2 pulleys.
Yeah, see, isn't this really interesting? Okay, this is the setup that has the fancy lead screw attachment. That's this headstock, and you'll notice it has a nylon pulley for the headstock. But then the newer setup has a solid metal lathe pulley. And it's really interesting. It's actually really heavy compared to the nylon. And so it's just really interesting to see the subtle differences that they made through the years. Like even the this is the index pin to lock the pulley. So you kind of see where here they lock it in with a pin, so you can't actually remove it. Where here on this older one, there's no pin. So just you know, and there's a couple more subtle differences, but really interesting how, you know, they did that over the years.
Now these are just the 2 lathe main assemblies, huh? I don't see all of those accessories I had to polish.
That's right. Yeah, here we're only showing you the bed, the headstock, and the tailstock, nothing else. Because the lathe setup that has the lead screw attachment, that came with almost every accessory G Boley made at the time.
Oh, okay.
And we're actually going to show that later. Once we have that, actually once we have both setups assembled, we're going to show you the function, because I think it would really be interesting to show the function of both lathe setups so you can kind of see the difference between the 2.
And that's why we're building them both simultaneously.
Yeah. We're actually going to build Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm actually going to build the standard Boley lathe setup first. Okay, and that's this bed right here. And then once I'm completed with the assembly of this lathe setup, I'm going to build this one. And this is the one with the lead screw attachment. And if Lance can come over here, I'd like to show the difference between the two lathe beds. Okay, as you can see, okay, people familiar with a Watchmaker lathe, you'll be familiar with the rounded bottom. Okay, but if you notice, look how this one's been ground.
Ah.
See? Look at that nice ground finish.
Yeah, and it has a stop on the other end or something, doesn't it? It just machined only back so far.
Yeah, and the reason being is, so how this works is, see, typically in a small lathe like this, people familiar with larger lathe, you know, you'll be familiar with your carriage that goes back and forth, and then you got your cross slides on the top. Well, on Watchmaker lathes, we don't have a carriage, okay? But this one actually does, and that's what makes this this version really unique, because the reason why they ground the bottom of this bed is there's like a sandwich.
Yeah, I see the sandwich effect.
Yeah, and you'll see it better when it's all assembled. And so basically you have a little carriage that goes back and forth. Okay, and that's part of the whole mechanism that the lead screw attachment.
Well, that's going to be neat to see. I've never seen such a small lathe look like that.
Yeah, it's a real. I've never seen anything like it. So it's really interesting. Yeah, and just so you know, all the parts in this group right here, this is all for the lead screw attachment. And like here, you can see these are master lead screw threads. And I won't go over the details. We'll assemble this first. So when it's completely assembled and fully functional, we'll go through all the functions and options and show you how it works. And hopefully we can take some test cuts and show you how it threads.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. So I think that's it. So what I'm going to do, here's our plan. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assemble the standard lathe first. And while I'm going to be doing that, Lance is going to actually, before I can assemble the one with the lead screw attachment, Lance has to build me a platform so I can, because we're actually going to use this lathe. So he's going to build a really nice platform, and we're actually going to see him before he starts on the project. He's going to kind of show us the process he goes through to make the platform for a little machine. So, anything else, Lance?
No, I think that's great.
Okay, great. Okay, we're out in the machine shop, and Lance is going to share the project board with us.
I am. It takes me off of my parts finishing around here for a little bit, which is fine. It's a lot of parts. Okay. We call them project boards. They're basically butcher blocks. And we buy two standard sizes and put them in stock. One's a 12 by 18, and this one, which is in front of us for Patrick's needs today, is an 18 by 24. And that's the biggest size we have. They're maple. We always use maple. I know that oak's harder, but we use maple for all of our bench tops and everything. Based on our application, most of our machinery is pretty light, pretty easy. And we need to move these around.
Sure.
So what you're here to see right now, though, is I'm going to put feet on this. Now, when we buy these, you'll notice it's not in its box. We keep a couple of each size, the two sizes in stock. And the first thing you want to do when you buy one of these boards and find a good supplier, trust me, you can check for cracks, check for chips and cracks and splits. And if it has anything like that, you might as well go back because it's only going to get worse. There's no saving. We've tried everything.
Yeah, we have tried saving him before, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I just can't get it. And I love the little handles when I can get it, but sometimes my supplier, but you know, the key is look at these. We keep the protectors on the whole time till it's just absolutely last minute because we learned our lesson about it, and storage is another thing because once we inspect them when they come in, we oil, make sure the oil is good or put oil, and then we keep the protectors on and we stack a couple of these and a couple of the small ones, and then we always have a project board to work with. But today I'm going to go ahead and put rubber feet on this one. Our 12 by 18 just requires 4 feet, one in each corner, inset a little bit.
Sure.
And in this case, because it's the bigger 18 by 24 for Pat's G. Boley, then we're going to go ahead and put 7 feet on. 3 on each side here and 1 in the dead center to stabilize this, just make it a standard stabilized. It's going to be on top of a workbench as it is. And it'll just keep it real stable and let the G. Boley operate at its optimum performance.
Sure.
So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
So I'll get this all ready for you and get it back to Patrick.
Great, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, me too.
Thanks.
Well, there's Patrick. I've heard we have an update on the G. Boley.
We do. Okay, remember, this is the standard G. Boley lathe I was going to work on first. And check this beauty out. This really came together so nicely.
Ooh.
Yeah, it wasn't, I didn't think it was going to come out this good. But somebody I know really did a good job on polishing all the parts. But it actually came, you just don't know. When you restore one of these old lathes, or any machine for that matter, you really don't know how it's going to, we've never used this before, so we had no idea, how it's going to be put back together, if it's going to be, if we're going to have play on the headstock.
I can tell from working on it, they sure are built to last, though. If you don't abuse them, that thing's lasted a long time.
Yeah, the G. Boley brand is a really good brand. We're really happy with their products. And this came together, the tailstock, the headstock, everything's tight, smooth. I mean, I couldn't be happier with it. So I just wanted to share that with you, that I'm 100% done with this lathe setup. So I just wanted to show you guys. Okay. So you guys can get a good idea what it looks like too, what a standard G. Boley Watchmaker lathe looks like.
It's just a factory unit right there.
Yeah, just a factory unit. If you go buy a used one, this is how it's going to look. Okay. So now that this is done, I'm ready to work on the really fancy one with the screw cutting attachment.
Oh.
So, but before I start that, I do need that project board from you.
Uh-oh. Nah, I'm kidding. It's ready, actually.
That's great.
Good. Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
I'm ready to give it to you.
Okay.
Okay, hey. All right, you're here. All right. It still has its little protective feet and its little bag, and it still hasn't been oiled, and there's a reason for that. By the way, I mentioned it earlier but didn't say anything. This is the oil we use. This is a mineral oil. Because all of our tables and our little project boards are all natural wood, most part. So they have to be oiled a few times, right, Pat?
Yeah, especially here in the dry desert where we live.
Oh, yeah.
It's really important.
Yeah, it's pretty dry right now. Okay. And now let me expose what I've done. This is what he brought it to me for. And so, see, it's 7 feet, so it's real stable.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
See?
Did you cut that out?
Oh, no, we're not that anal around here, are we?
No, it looks really nice.
Nice. It's real good. It's real stable. It feels really... I got it on its cover protectors right now, but it's really good.
Right.
And then, but we're not done yet. We're taking this board over to Patrick, as he mentioned, right? And we're going to lay it out. And we got to still put on our lathe and our counter shaft and our motor and our idler pulley. Somehow, somewhere on this little board, it has to all fit. And that's a little more than we're used to.
Yeah, that's why this board's so large, or larger than usual, because usually we only have the machine and the motor. But this one actually has...
Yeah, it usually fits the smaller 12 by 18, say.
That's right.
So
we're really excited because we haven't used a counter shaft yet on a lathe setup.
Nah, it's going to look pretty. It's going to have a little more busyness going on here. And then once I still have to go take it after that, got some drilled through holes and some blind holes for all of those components. And that's why, and then once I'm done with that, I think then he can build it, put it on here, and then I'll go ahead and oil it after. So it's not all slippery and slidey around here. We got enough problems. So that'll be really nice.
Great. I'm really excited. Thanks.
Okay. Well, now I've been wandering around the workshop and I've heard a rumor that a very rare G. Boley has been completed, and I see it already, so I'm going to interrupt.
Sure.
Oh, I haven't seen you look like that in over a decade. Aw.
Yeah, can you believe that? We've been waiting 10 years to get this lathe reassembled. So we're so excited to finally see it assembled again, because for one thing, it reassured us that we didn't lose a part.
Boy.
You know, after 10 years and we moved a few times, you know, we could have easily lost a part. So it's really, guys, so nice to see it fully complete and assembled. And but unfortunately, we can't show it in operation yet. You know, as you can see, we still have a little bit of work to do on the project board.
Yeah, it's. You know, I see a motor's not there.
You have motor.
Because this is a standalone machine. You can move it and take it with you.
That's right.
And just go find its accessories and bring it with you.
That's right. It's fully self-contained. You know, it's gonna have the motor, the idler pulley attachment. Yeah, so you can carry it anywhere you want.
Oh, it's going to have the coolest little on and off switch, but I'm not allowed to talk about it.
It's going to have a little tiny control panel right here. That's really cute.
Wait till you see the effort they put into that.
Yeah, but yeah, we're really happy. As you saw me assemble it, I really didn't run into any problems. You know, you're always, you know, anytime you restore anything and you reassemble something, you're going to have some fitting problems here and there. It's just part of the process. And but overall, I have to say this went together really smoothly.
And they're going to come along with us, though, to build the idler pulley right here, as we talked about earlier.
That's right.
And mount the motor and make those gears for it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, fortunately, these are master gears. They go right here on this.
They're really important.
Yeah, these are really important. There's a total of 4 in the set, and these are considered master gears or master threads, I guess. And but these are really important, and we aren't missing any of these. What we are missing is some of the regular
thread sizes, thread making size.
Yeah, some of the gears, so we can, because you know this is only going to give you the capability of making 4 thread sizes, but you can change some of the gears in here. There's like your little miniature gearbox, and in here you can change some of the gears to extend the threading capability. So. And that's what we have to do, is we have to make some of those gears, because unfortunately the prior owner misplaced them or lost them, who knows.
But we have everything else, so we're in good shape.
Yeah, but fortunately we can make those in-house, so we're going to show you how we cut those gears.
Right, and then we're going to show you how it all runs from there with all those goodies, because accessories are like all the toppings on a beautiful cupcake.
That's right. And I think what we're going to do too is we actually have the screw cutting attachment for our 11 lathe as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set that up too, so you guys can see the difference between a typical watchmaker lathe, you know, with a typical screw cutting attachment, and then you can see this, you know, in operation, so you guys can kind of see what makes this different and what makes it unique. And
yeah, you'll have a better appreciation for it, because you know, how would you know? I mean, we're here to share.
Sure.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for this, and it's just wonderful to see it after a whole decade. It really is exciting for me too.
Great. Thanks.